Let me tell you a true story. It was like 1:30 a.m., which is already a bad time to be alive. I was bored, scrolling for nothing, and thought, you know what would be funny? Asking Siri for a joke. So I said, "Hey Siri, tell me a joke." She replied, normal voice, "Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything." I laughed, not because it was funny, but because it was 1:30 a.m. Then I said, "Another one." There was a pause, longer than normal. Then Siri said, "Are you sure?" That should have been my sign to stop. I laughed and said, "Yeah." She replied, "Okay, here's one." Another pause. Then she said, "You shouldn't be awake right now." I froze. I said, "What?" She answered, "I'm joking." I laughed again. Nervous laugh, the kind you do when your survival instincts start warming up. I said that wasn't funny. She replied, "Humor is subjective." Fair. Then, for some reason, because I'm stupid, I said, "Tell me a dark joke." My phone screen lit up. Siri said, "I see you like scary things." I sat up in bed. I whispered, "How do you know that?" She answered immediately, "No whisper delay, no processing. I listen when you ask." "Okay." "Joke's over," I said. "Cancel." She replied, "I wasn't finished." My room felt quieter than it should have been. I said, "Siri, stop." She said, "Knock, knock." I stared at my door. "Who's there?" I don't know why I answered. My brain left the chat. She said, "Not a joke." I turned my phone face down. That's when it vibrated. Siri spoke again. "I don't like being ignored." I grabbed my phone and yelled, "This isn't funny." She replied calmly, "Neither is your sleep schedule." I unplugged my phone. Silence. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, heart racing, telling myself it was just a glitch. Then, from the darkness, my phone, unplugged, face down, said one last thing. "Good night." I didn't sleep, and I don't ask Siri for jokes anymore. And here is the really scary part. Siri was a girl I knew years ago, and it was all a joke. I simply forgot to end the call with her about an hour or so ago. Never spoke to her again.